Okay. Universal Recovery 360. I don't want this to get confused. Universal Recovery 360 is a program that will be a treatment center. It will be, by its vision statement, recovery for all who seek it, which means I don't just deal with people in recovery. I don't just deal with people in the fellowship. I deal with people who have personal issues. If your lights went out, we trying to get them cut back on. If you broke your leg and you can't make your bills, we trying to make sure you get the help you need. I don't want people to focus one-sidedly on simply treatment, because I'm trying to do something universal. And when we get ourselves situated, we're going to be more than just a treatment center. We're going to try to help anybody that we can, as long as they actually need the help. Recovery is not a process just for addiction. Also, I want to make it clear that Universal Services is going to be a nonprofit. It's going to be a subsidiary of Axiom Enterprises, just like Universal Recovery is going to be. The difference is that Universal Services will not be about trying to find people to donate, to provide donors, and we're not going to be asking people to come and share their stories in front of people so that we can continue to get money. Universal Services is going to be funded by Universal Recovery 360 and the funds that I receive, not the funds the donors receive, not the funds the investors receive for Universal Recovery 360. It will be fully funded by Universal Recovery. Universal Services is going to provide resources for people in the dark. We don't want you in the light. We want to give you the help you need, and the only request we have is that when you can, help somebody else. We don't want to request you come and speak for us, because we need to continue to get monies, right? Not everybody's built for that. I do okay with it because I love doing it, because I know where I came from, and I know that the people that are helping need that resource. But I also know that that's one of the reasons why I want Universal Recovery 360 to be the funding source for Universal Services, because I don't want to have to call people up and ask them to come and speak in front of 1,000 people who donated money that we want to continue to donate money. It's not an easy thing to do. Half the time they might not even be happy or in a state of gratitude yet, because resources take time to develop. And then sometimes you have people who continuously call them, and after a while it gets, I shouldn't say, I'm not going to say boring, but it gets embarrassing, because people have moved on and they don't want to be seen like that anymore, and yet they still feel obligated to come and speak to people. Again, I don't have a problem with that, because I understand the need from the sources that help me. I'll speak for anybody, and there's a lot of people that will. But there's a lot of people that feel obligated, and when they get there, they feel embarrassed, and then 2 years later, they want them to come back and do the same thing. No, we're not doing that. We're going to work in the dark. So anything you receive from Universal Services as a nonprofit, there'll be no obligation on you. The only thing we request, right, as a suggestion, is that if you're grateful, right, or you feel the need to thank somebody, thank us by helping somebody else. That's what we want. I work for a company called the Broward Outreach Center, and their vision statement is no one's homeless. Now, this is the Miami Rescue Mission in Broward Outreach Centers, which is a homeless shelter whose vision is no one is homeless. So when I think about it like this. You got an organization that just decided that their vision was to be put out of business, because if no one's homeless, then there's no need for them. So when I hear and I see things like that, it lets me know that there are people out there that intend on helping. I mean, it's mind-boggling when you think about it that an organization, a corporation, has the idea that when it's all said and done, there'll be no more work for them. All the people they provide payments to, their employees. Their mission is to be put out of business. How real is that? So, things like that has been guiding me. And I think about things like that, like Second Chance. When they say they are the light, they want to be the light. In their mission statement, when there's no other help around, they want to be there. Right? Those are the things that have guided me into the ideas that I have. But I know I'm not 100% original in what I want to do. Sure. The idea of funding my nonprofit by my profit organization came from another good friend of mine who taught me how to build computers. His name is Hector Sano. And he has a company called Sizerg. And he created a nonprofit that's funded by his for-profit. So there's nothing original about what I want to do. The idea is to take what I have and be original with it. From the point that I get it, to do something different. Right? I'm not trying to tell nobody that, I came up with this master plan. What I'm trying to tell you is that I used what I had around me to create the idea of what it is I'm trying to do. But I know that in order for it to work, I need control and interest of my corporation. I know that. Because people want money. Now, I always tell people, the more money I make for you, the more people I can help. So there's no doubt that there's going to be money made, but it's not going to be about money for me. It's going to be about helping people. But helping people is a reward. And there's money to be made for those that invest. There's money to be made. The money that I make is going to be reinvested. And that's what my life is about. I don't need a lot. I don't make a lot now, and I do okay. I don't need a lot. What I want is something different. I want to help. So, Universal Services under Universal Recovery 360 has already started helping people little by little. And I can't use the funding that I got from Universal Recovery because Universal Recovery isn't complete. But I do have volunteers, I do have donors, and I do have people that will provide the resources that a person might require. So that if there's anything you need, contact me through my page, Universal Resources or Universal Recovery 360. That way, I'll know which way to subsidize the help that I can give you. But it's there, and it's coming. And it's not going to stop. But again, it is not simply for people in active addiction or in recovery from active addiction. It's for people who need to recover from whatever, universally. You might be struggling and your back tires need to get changed and you can't afford it. All we need is the information and the validation. That's how we want to help people. We just need some validation. Something that says, yeah, he needs help. Or yeah, she needs help. Or yeah, they need help. And we'll do what we can. Anybody that knows me now, I'll tell you that's how I am already. So, I just wanted to do a little touch-up while I'm driving in this beautiful weather. You know I am about my top down in sunny South Florida. You know I love it. And I love y'all. I don't have to like everybody, but I do love everybody. And I will help anybody, even if I don't necessarily like them or if you don't think I like them. don't be afraid to ask, because if I can help you, I will. It's what I'm here for. And I don't just mean at the Broward Outreach Center here or in South Florida here. I mean, it's what I was born to do. I found my calling, and I won't run from it. I'll do everything I can to continue to be the person I was meant to be. So I hope to see y'all soon. And let me get back to the music, because I like music when I drive too. So, and the music is coming from my phone. So, peace.